Yes. Entry number 11 maybe. Starting to get a lot of these through. Fantastic. So anyway, this weekend I had a cheat meal. Might be wondering what a cheat meal is to me. A cheat meal might be something else to you. Me, I love eating a lot of food, as I've said previously, so a cheat meal to me, when I have a cheat meal, I go all out. As I said, through the week I got my body fat measurement taken, and I was down nearly 4%, so pretty much where I was looking to be. So every so often, once you reach a milestone or a goal or something like that, it's good to incorporate a cheat meal. Have something, reward yourself, give yourself something nice just to eat. And again, that's a little bit of motivation to get to that goal, because then you've got a reward. So for me, I had my cheat meal this weekend. Also, partly because I was celebrating a little bit for passing my gym instructor course. But bar that, cheat meal, which consisted of 2 packets of Rolo cookies, 1 strawberry cheesecake, 1 low-fat strawberry yogurt with a little bits in it, of course, 1 smoothie, 1 innocent smoothie, and the Mars bar milkshake. So that was my cheat meal. Not gonna lie, I ate it Saturday night. Sunday morning, i.e. this morning, I felt hungover. I felt as if I'd been out on a wild night. I felt absolutely horrible. Just felt nauseous, pretty sick. Basically because I went overboard on the sugar intake, and because I wasn't used to it. Again, I'm an extremist. I can't do anything by little measures. I have to go full on, and that's the same when it comes to cheat meals, unfortunately. So I felt horrible this morning. Took me a little while to get over that. I literally looked at just the wrappers and everything and then hung my head in shame, basically. But to be honest, a cheat meal is a good thing. If you can have a cheat meal once every so often and limit it to once every so often, fantastic. There's been studies showing that it helps with leptin levels and such, which means that it's going to kickstart your metabolism because your body's not used to the food, so it gets something new, which then fires it up again, so that once you go back on the diet, your metabolism's kind of been had, as I said, kick-started again, so that you begin to lose weight more efficiently. But again, your cheat meal can be anything. It doesn't have to be just crap like I rhymed off there earlier on. It can be good foods. It can be a steak that you wanted. It can be, I don't know, a sweet potato that you wanted. It can be some kind of nice barbecue ribs, whatever, ice cream, whatever. I'm going to stop there because I'm starting to think about food again. But so, as I said, that's the time that you should think about using a cheat meal. Once you've achieved a goal and once you've got to a certain level, then you can say, okay, every time I reach this goal, I'll have a cheat meal. Every time I reach X, I'll have a cheat meal. And again, that gives you something to push you on, because you know food is a great motivator, especially when you're dieting. There's nothing better than having it there and knowing that you can eat it guilt-free. One of the good points about a cheat meal is I'm actually just back from a workout, and eating that food yesterday, the day after the workout, you always have more energy for a start. For me anyway, I'm just telling you what it's like for me. You have more energy and you're a lot more vascular. Now I know this won't appeal too much to the women, some women maybe, but for guys, once you're vascular, meaning, say for instance you're training your biceps and your biceps get all the blood in them, you get a good pump in your biceps, usually maybe that's it. Once you've been eating crap the day before and you go in training, your veins are very, very prominent all over. I could see it. I wasn't even training biceps today, I was doing some tricep movements, but I could see veins popping like crazy all over the biceps. So that's a little nice side effect, if you will, from the cheat meal. But main thing about the cheat meal is, once you've ate it, make sure you're back on track. Make sure the next day, okay, now we're back regimented again. We had our fun, now it's back to business. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Every so often I'll have a cheat meal. A cheat meal can be, as I said, it doesn't have to be specifically for someone that's doing a competition or an athlete or something. If your diet's regimented to a very, very fine kind of tune, having a cheat meal every so often is great. It gives you a mental break, and also food never tasted so good once you've got a cheat meal in front of you.